Okay. I believe that we are all set today. Oh. Kind of wish I was able to edit the description before it going live. Can I change the... Can I change that? Let me see if I can change that. Because there's some stuff I want to put in my description. And because I'm so new to this and I don't know how to... I really need to just take a day to just hammer down on learning stuff. Oh, why did I hit apply? I didn't even make any changes. Look at me screwing everything up already. Come on, come on. Let's figure this out. Come on, come on. Let's figure this out. Come on, come on. Let's figure this out. Okay. Oh, I'm not liking this. Hear from people who subscribed to the channel for 5 minutes or longer. Can we change that? Can we make it... There's a lot of settings and everything I just need to fiddle with. I literally need to like take a day or a week or something. At this point it feels like a week. I might just make some temporary changes just to get more of a handle, and just take like a week to get more of a handle on just maintaining the channel itself, because there's a lot of things that I need to like work on. Like, hey, why is there no chat right here or somewhere, just so you can see you guys talking and see what part of the conversation is going on. See, like, stuff like that, simple stuff like that I need to learn. Or maybe not simple. I don't know if it's simple or complex. It's just, I just know that it's basic kind of a thing for streamers. So that's something I gotta do. So I failed horribly today. I somehow do not have the links I wanted to share with in the description of this stream. Maybe I can do that after I finalize it and everything. I hope I can, because this is awful. Anyways, the game you see on stream, right now, this game here, it's called Spirit City Lo-Fi Sessions. It's an absolutely wonderful, like, I know it's supposed to be like a game and everything, and technically it is, but it's more so a organizational thing, I'd like to say. Like, it allows you to have a timer, it allows you to have, or do like a habit tracker thing, a journal, to-do list. You can change the music set, I guess channels. Yeah, because each channel has its own set of music. Super cool. Not only can you edit your music, you can also edit the sounds that you're hearing. Super cool. Especially with those of us that are brains that like need constant stimulation and whatnot. super awesome. I absolutely love it. Like, it definitely helps stimulate my brain a little bit. Definitely recommend it for like life organization. And actually, that's one of the biggest topics about today. We're talking about, I guess, some organizational stuff, but we will get to that later. I actually have a few announcements to make. So, I know how the last stream I had, we were talking about, or not we were talking about, I was announcing that we were going to move away from the Let's Play streams. Yeah, I'm not ready to move entirely away from that. So, Friday streams are going to be more Let's Play, whatever, and whatnot, and Thursday streams are going to be more workshop streams. I will try to boost other creators and whatnot. By the way, Spirit City here, the organizational tool that you see before yourself. Oh, hello! You are not late. Actually, we just started, not too, like, only like a couple minutes ago. So, very cool, very cool. How has your week been, Crasher? I just noticed the chat, so once again, probably something I need to fix during, it's something I need to fix on my streaming. Oh, that's great. I love to hear that. Not bad, not bad. Very busy. Very, very busy. I had, so this last week I was trying to, make decisions for the stream. I'm trying to build a D&D run for my family, and whatnot, because and let's face it, I'm an amateur at being a DM. I'm also an amateur at being a game developer, like super amateur. So this is more like we're gonna fumble game development together. That's the premise of this channel. We're gonna fumble it together. Speaking. No, D&D as in Dungeons and Dragons. It's a tabletop game. Kind of like the godfather of all, like, RPGs. It's basically imagination with math. Probably not a very descriptive way of describing the game, but still in a way accurate. As I was saying before, this is an indie game actually. Well, it's more of a management tool. Spirit City. I'll actually pull up their webpage here in a minute and show that on camera here in a second. But it's actually made. Last time I checked, they only have 3 developers for this game, or three people on their team. 1 artist, 1 coder, and 1 other person. I guess either team lead or whatever. I'm not sure what their position is, but I'm pretty sure it's super important. Super awesome game, and very relaxing, very stimulating for brains and whatnot. I do need to go over a few things about what the channel's doing because I'm being a little bit wishy-washy with the Let's Play streams. Let's be honest. Let's just be honest. I am not quite ready to move away from that just because I have a lot of maintenance work to do behind the scenes and whatnot, and because of that, I need some buffer space, and Let's Plays just kind of help with that. So today we are going to be talking about game development. Tomorrow we're going to swim in the ocean of 4546B, because I think we all need to okay, so we will we'll be getting to that, and to be honest, it's not even like worked on yet, so it's still in the beginning process. I don't want to give any I don't want to lie and like, oh, I got some cool stuff going on. No, I don't have anything cool right now. It's it's still me learning, so some of that's gonna be you're gonna be like watching me fumble as I go. But today we are going to actually be talking more so about staying organized and doing some stuff that will help us figure out how to move that mountain, because game development is essentially a giant mountain that we have to move, and the best way to do that is by breaking it up into tiny pieces and move those tiny pieces. And that's one of the things we're going to talk about today. But I do, however, want to well, I will say I already have some mechanic ideas and everything written down and all that fun jazz. And all that fun jazz. I will also like to mention that my kid is home on spring break today and tomorrow, so you might hear him in the background here and there. But yeah, I have two game designs that I would like to tackle. Once again, the one that will never see the light of day, and the one that's more likely going to see the light of day, but we'll be going over that in a minute. And I feel like I'm killing a lot of time just repeating myself. So let's go ahead and talk about a few things. And it may be ahead of you, but only barely. So it's cool. So I want to make it clear that, like, I'm pretty sure I already said that I'm going to do Let's Plays on Fridays, and we're going to do game development on Thursdays. And I believe I explained the reason why. It is because I have a lot to do behind the scenes, just with the channel itself and being a mom and whatnot. But hey, I'm going to break it up as best as I can, and we'll be working on it together. I know how busy you are. Oh, jeez. There's a comment on my last stream I need to go check out, apparently. Yeah. I have not had a whole lot of time this last week. Oh, it's okay. I'll get to it. I promise, Crasher. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay, I guess we're gonna move on to the next bit. I do want to bring this up real quick. This is the page for the game I have on screen and whatnot. It, like I said, Spirit Sea, Lo-Fi Sessions. Mooncube Games is the hold on. Yeah, mooncubegames.com. So, if you're interested, please check them out. I'm kind of using them as background sound and music right now. A, to promote them, and B, because I got little emojis floating around in my chat. I really need to get chat up on screen at some point. I really need to buckle down on that one of these weeks. That's okay. ADHD brain, having a million projects, and you're always in the middle of at least majority of them. But yeah, go check them out. They're super cool. Alright. Main topic of the day. GDDs. Or... Actually, I'm gonna just type down here. Game... Design... Documentation. And I probably misspelled something because my spelling and everything's awful. Or I got it right, which would be surprising. Anyways, game design documentation. Pseudocode. And just staying organized in general. Organization. Nope, I spelled that wrong. Okay. These are the 3 things that we're going to try to talk about today. We may not get through all of it today, and if we don't get through all of it today, I will touch on it as we go. Sorry about that. The GDD, or Game Design Documentation. What is that? Well, I'm not gonna lie, there's probably other game developers out there that can probably explain this way better than I can, and I really probably should link to those creators, but I'm having a serious malfunction and figuring out what does what. Once again, my failures of being a channel person, failing at the basics. It's okay. I'll learn. Hey, it's understood. See you when you get back. Brain, catch up to what I was saying. So easily distracted. This is what my brain is like, unmedicated. Actually, I haven't been medicated since I was a kid. Ooh. Anyways. Game design documentation. So, basically what game design documentation is kind of not only how you plan on it's the description of your game, the hook for your game, your marketing standpoints, the mechanics and everything written out so that way it can be understood in a generalized term. It's also our concept art, where our concept arts and all our thought bubbles and whatnot go. So actually, I'm just going to type this out. So thought points. Oh no, thought web. That's better. Thought web. Webs, concept arts, marketing, basically your game design documentation is an outline of your game. What you plan on doing, what you'd like to do. It keeps the general cohesion of your game design as you're going. Think of it as like paving the road. Paving the road for your game. So that way you have an idea of where you're heading. Okay? And I'm not gonna be lie. Chances of us having this completed before we even start out in the game is going to be super unrealistic, because if it stays as just a GDD and it doesn't actually become a game, then we're not doing ourselves any good service, and we're just spending more time in imagination land than we are actually working on things. So yeah, we gotta move that mountain. I really need like a image of a mountain and a metaphor of us breaking it into pieces and whatnot, so that way we can give a visualization for what I'm talking about. Super cool, but I don't have any of those. I thought about it. Don't know exactly how I'd go about doing that, but maybe when I actually make a actual video on it instead of just streaming and fumbling. Because let's face it, my streams are basically me spitballing ideas at this point. Spitballing ideas, spitballing some lessons and everything. And then I'll have more polished videos later when I figure out how to how I want the channel to look on a recorded basis. I guess I'm trying to work out the kinks and figure out my channel and get used to being on camera for my streams. So it's kind of how it's starting, at least. Thought webs, concept arts, marketing hooks, descriptions, and there's more that goes here. I just can't remember them off the top of my head, and I don't have a way to link the more important people who know what the hell they're talking about. Pseudocode. We are going to talk about that a little bit too, so. Pseudocode. What is pseudocode? Well, it basically is just your thoughts Alright. Pseudocode is literally your thoughts written out in code format. One of the biggest things that we can... This is going to help you debug later and all that fun jazz. And all honesty, I might even start an add-on application before I actually start a game, because one of my biggest walls for game development is the coding part. Like, it just provides no dopamine for my brain, and I'm just like, I find a wall here, and it's awful. Not the thing you want to be a solo developer. And me being ADHD, I know how important dopamine is to the creative process. You have to keep it going in order for you to keep going. So I might make a plugin or something for organizational and also purposes, and that help. Because that's another thing about code, is my eyes start swimming. Like, I look at a block of code and I'm like, yeah, I can read this. I mostly get what's going on in this code, but if I have to, like, jump around in sections of my code, I can easily get lost, and everything starts swimming together, and it's awful. So, there are a couple things I want to do to my Godot editor, the IDE for that, and we'll see if that helps out. Because if I can do those two things, then maybe doing everything won't be as dopamine dry. Staying organized. Now, this one is more of a practice of mindfulness. Oh. And actually, I might be able to find a better way of creating a GDD than Notion, because I like how Notion is free for personal use, but it is in the hands of a corporation, and I have a big personal vendetta against corporations. I prefer my FOSS. Maybe I need to explain what FOSS is. I love having a typable whiteboard. That is awesome. FOSS. Super awesome. I think I might have found something like that in this. Freeplane. But I still have a lot to research on that and everything before I can actually recommend it and all that fun jazz. But it's something I'm working on the whole, to help with the whole GDD process, because that in itself is monumental task. I will have a better version of this at a later time. It is kind of brain catch up to what I was thinking. It's something that I need to look into more. I feel like I have like a million things to look into more, and I am like I'm supposed to present this stuff. A lot of anxiety. A lot of like, oh my god, I have to keep talking. But that's okay. I'm at the part of my I guess you could call this a career. My part of the career, this career is learning stuff and figuring out how it all works, so that way I can build a community of people who love to learn and who love to better themselves and just want to make games. Okay, so I bet you everybody's been seeing this up here. Whoa, don't do that. These things up here. Yeah. So this one, if I did not already explain this, because I probably have at one point, this is my GDD about my game that will never see the light of day. It is a sci-fi. I feel like the word survival needs to be in there. Hunter survival game. And the one that I think is going to see the light of day, the one I'm working on, well, I haven't started working on it yet. It's unfair to say I've been working on it, because the most that's there of either of these two is GDDs right at this moment. So I can't even, and heck, this one itself is just kind of empty. Like, oh my goodness, it's empty. So, and it's not just empty though, because I do have some notes. It's just on. Give me 1 second to pull it up. Or I destroyed the file and all my notes for it are out the window. Now that would be, I don't know if you heard my kid. He just quoted Angry Beavers and it was hilarious. Ouch. Wow, that's a whole list of unpreparedness. I have no notes on that right now. And that is upsetting. I guess I could spend the rest of my time actually getting a proper GDD, and or not maybe a proper one, but at least starting out mine on this one at least. Maybe even looking at the previous one, because this one actually has quite a bit of stuff. This is the Forever Project. Don't get excited. But yeah, I have like, by the way, these names up here are from it is kind of like ideas that of different games that I'd like to take what's the word? Inspiration from for my game. But like up here, it takes a lot of inspiration from, and then as you go down, it takes less and less inspiration from it. Like there's only like 1 or 2 things from that I take inspiration from. But then again, it's more of a blend. When I take inspiration from this one, it's actually more of a blend of this, and this put together. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, okay? No stress, no worries. I'll get back to your comment after the stream, so that way, because I'm so sorry about that. What am I doing today? Well, after the stream, probably getting back to that comment you left, because I didn't even realize that was a thing until you mentioned it. And then I am gonna go hang out with my kid, because I have been so busy the beginning of the week that I have been just kind of obsessing over work. Like, I don't know if you can notice this. I might have to actually like mess with my thing for a second so you could actually see it. But I spent a lot of time messing with or redesigning the eyes on my model. And I don't know if you can tell that because resolution and all that. But yeah, I've been obsessively working on the channel and the D&D campaign for the family. Probably going to go back to doing some of the D&D project because it's family-oriented stuff and everything, and the family's so excited about it. Thank you! I made it in Krita. Yay, Foss. But yeah, I'm probably gonna be like the days that I stream today, like Thursdays and Fridays. The only work I'd really do is the stream itself, and then I spend that time, the rest of that time, and the weekend after following it, usually spending time with my family because my kid is like, you know, still 10. He still requires a lot of family moments and everything.
Yeah.
So he's not like a teenager going out doing his own thing quite yet. So it's like, yeah, family time is still super important. Like, don't get me wrong, it's still important when they become teenagers and whatnot. But hey, do you want to say hi, Dee?
Hi.
Well, come over. Ow.
Oh.
Well, come over here real quick and say hi at least.
Hi.
They can't see you, but I'm pretty sure they heard you. Okay. Go ahead, go do your thing. I will meet up with you again in about half hour, okay? Yes, you of course you can go play your stuff. Go for it. Oh, Crasher says hi. My son says hi back. But yeah, after my stream, on my streams and my weekends and everything, I try my best to focus more on family projects and whatnot. It's my alone time that. Oh yeah, he's got the sweet voice and a sweet heart. He's a great kid. I will definitely. He went to his room, so I'll have to tell him later. But he's very much a good kid. So wait, brain catching up to what we were talking about before Mama mode got activated. So yeah, let's see. Status effects. I took a few different status effects that I liked from a lot of these games and started building out a list of different status effects and how they I'll be doing more on how they function and whatnot later. But I was getting the basic ideas of what I wanted for the status effects within this game. Aww. But yeah, sorry, my brain had a space moment. I'll have those. But yeah, they you the whole point of the GDD is to get like your most basic outline thoughts down and whatnot. I know I say this is my forever project, and there's a lot here already and whatnot. You'd think I'd try to just dive into this thing, but I also know that this thing would take forever, like my entire life, and then some to finish. And I'm already in my 30s, so doubt that one's gonna get made. Just saying. Yeah, I have moments where my brain just goes completely blank, and or I like get trapped inside my head, and I will just completely zone out. I do apologize for those moments. I know I'm supposed to be, you know, the entertainment on the screen. but I will have moments like that. I promise during recorded sessions, that will probably get cut out just because, yeah. I'll have to check that out later. What I was saying. Okay. But yeah. ThoughtWebs is basically the outline of exactly like what you want done in your game and whatnot. As you can see, I've already started doing a lot of that for the sci-fi hunter survival game and whatnot. Maybe the maybe this one. Maybe this one. That one might be done in 2 to 3 years, or maybe a little bit longer, because that one is more realistic, because the concept for... Alright, I think I really need to like explain the concepts of these two, and the reason, which should explain the reason why this one is more realistic and this one is just off the walls crazy. So this one is supposed to be just a virtual tabletop. It's supposed to have 2 sides to it, a host slash DM side, and then a joined player, or a set of joined players, obviously, is the side of the players on the tabletop. The whole point was to be able to have it to where you can do tabletop like games. Like, I have to set my own rules and whatnot for it because, yeah. Anyways, but there are supposed to be 2 views to the game. There's supposed to be an overhead view, which gives you an overhead like 2D map of whatever the DM or guild game master, GM or DM, however you want to do it, dungeon master, game master, whatever, or the host player, which on networking terms that would make even better sense. But for the host player, can create the maps and whatnot, and for the players, they can go from either that top view perspective, which is a 2D map and whatnot, and a like old school like 2D setup and whatnot, and then there should be another view where for the players you can go to like a first person view for them, but it's not like it's supposed to be like Kingsfield like graphics and whatnot. It's not a super crazy concept. It's just figuring out the structure of how the combat systems, the status effects work and everything. It's a little bit of networking. It's a bit of stylized graphics and everything. I think the hardest part is going to be the 2D pixelated look that I'm going to try to go for the top view and whatnot, and then try to do low poly thematic models, 3D models for the players. And I was going to try to do some quality of life things here and there, and or just try to give as much control to be able to play the games as much as you can do and create. I also have this big old thing where I love the idea of having a mods folder built into the game. I also have a few other views about things that I will probably come more apparent as we go forward, but I'm pretty sure other game developers probably would not agree with me on this one, but hey. It's not how I feel about it. It's not being applied to their games, so whatever. Now, the reason why this game will never see the light of day. it's gonna be it's gonna be criticized for having creature feet, or feature creep. Oh, had a tongue-tied moment. Feature creep accusations across it, which I don't blame them. The vast amount of things I want to be able to do in it is insane. It's not realistic. The map itself, I have this urge to create an actual world, like a 3D world roughly the size of Earth, because I've seen some people do it with a 2D plane and height map and everything else. I'm like, theoretically, you could go ahead and do something similar to that, and then just start handcrafting the mesh from that point. Then my mind started wandering about, like, hey, if I created my own world, I would want it to be as living and breathing as possible, and I would want the graphics to be more stylized and more hand-drawn and everything, which wouldn't be low poly, but it would be more stylized. A, it helps with performance, and B, it sells a look and everything, which is part of it. It's part of the Sci-Fi Hunters hook and whatnot. Because stylized graphics is a much better hook than realistic graphics. Because guess what? Realistic graphics will always be changing with the times. It's either going to have low or high fidelity, and you're going to be judged on that. If you have stylized graphics, you have something that is just going to look amazing no matter what time period it comes from. So, and it's also more memorable because, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, my Sci-Fi Hunter / survival game idea will, like I said, never see the light of day. It's got survival mechanics, which that has a lot of mechanics to begin with. Giant monster hunting mechanics, which that's a lot of mechanics right there too. And trying to build it on a world-sized map with weather, seasons, and all that crazy stuff. It's too big. This is why this is one will never see the light of day. Well, don't hurt yourself. That's no point. That's no good. But yeah. I probably did not, oh yeah, no, it sounds amazing. It sounds like epic as crap. Like, but sounds like epic as crap means that it will never get done. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, this one is more realistic. Because you are not only creating systems that are known and much easier to look up and everything. The size of the world for this one is as big as the GM or the DM makes it, which means it only has the expectations you put into it. The Sci-Fi Hunter one, though, its scope is so massive that I would need a AAA company and 10 years to make. The thoughts I have about that would be, A, I wouldn't want anybody working for me unless they were getting paid, and I don't have the finances to do so. I am a broke girl. But if I was able to start having income and I was able to, like, you know, pay my workers a livable freaking wage, then yeah, I would eventually start taking applicants and making a small scale indie studio. But that is a question for time and size of the channel slash funding, which, oh, don't do that. Do not do that to yourself. Oh my goodness, no. As somebody who's been an artist, or just like draws things from hand and whatnot, and everything over the years, and taken some commissions, and I haven't even experienced the worst of it. I've heard some horror stories. Do not ever work for just the experience. You have more value than that. I don't care what level of knowledge you have in any field. Working for for just the experience and not having actual financial compensation is an exploitative thing. Please do not do that to yourself. But I do appreciate your enthusiasm and interest in my ideas. Maybe there will be a day where I will be able to hire you, but until we are able to cross that bridge, it's just not feasible at this moment. That's all I want to say. It's just not feasible at this moment. I would love to, but because of my own ethics and morals and everything, I can't allow it unless certain criteria are met. And I don't have the means to meet that criteria. Is that fair? Speaking of hand-drawn stuff, I'm gonna show off a little bit. Nope. If I can find it. Oh wait, it's probably in this one and this one. Is it? Oh, there you are. I'm wondering if I'm going to blow up my system with as many applications as I have opened up right now. This is what I'm working on as how my model is supposed to be eventually. Once again, I really appreciate your enthusiasm, and I really appreciate your interest in my ideas and everything. I just, like, I know you're young, you're eager, you're really wanting to get your foot in the door. Thank you. I know you really want to get your foot in the door and everything, and there are better ways of doing that. And I just, it's just how I feel about this situation. I'd like things to change on that front, so that way I can actually get extra help and everything, and it's not just me tackling this mountain. Because, hey, guess what? mountains get moved much easier with a team. That's very true. And I very much appreciate your want to help out. I'd feel like it doesn't matter if you're face to face with me or across the world. It doesn't matter what level of disconnect there is between us in order to none of it will justify getting free work out of somebody. Like, I don't know how to explain this better. Like I just have a moral system where to me, I don't think, unless you're working on your own project and everything, you shouldn't be working for free. Well, I try. I can't say I am a good person. I just try. I want to see more... I want to see humanity be human, not be exploitive and predatory towards each other. And in order for me to be to see that, I have to do it myself. Not to mention, I've been told I have a very strong sense of morality and justice. Go figure, huh? Oh, my feet are asleep. Oh my goodness, is it that time already? We're only like 7 minutes away. Tomorrow we will definitely be doing a Let's Play game, which is going to be Subnautica, because I really want everybody to focus on some relaxingness and whatnot, because not only is making a game a difficult task and needs some breaks from it, but the world is kind of a dark place right now, so needing to find your peace, finding relaxation, finding all that is it's difficult. It's heavy. Taking a break from all of it is necessary. And yes, it is already getting to that time. It's kind of crazy how time flies, huh?
I might be there. Honestly.
Well, remember, we're coming back tomorrow, so definitely stop by the stream tomorrow, and we'll say hi, okay? So I'm gonna say what I normally say at the end of these, and I kind of probably should have a more unified script for this, just because I love saying it at the end of my streams. Hey. Go hug your kids. Go pet your pets. Hug your pets. Go tell a friend that you love them. Tell people that are close to you that they're wonderful. Tell them how much you appreciate them. See somebody in need? You know what? You may not be able to offer much for them, but offering them an open ear is something you can do. Go touch grass. Go be human. Because we all need it now, more than ever. And, if we're gonna pull out of this, it's gonna be together or bust. So, go be human. DJ, I love you. Alright, my stream's not done yet. Give me a minute. Alright. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I will talk to you tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll just try to relax together. And then... Hey. We all gotta... This is just how I am. Through my lived experience and everything, this is how I am. Alright. Everybody, have a wonderful day.
See ya.
Bye-bye.